If today you are a millionaire, then the next goal is what? To become a multimillionaire. Yes or no? That's the way the world works. If today you are a businessman and you've just started up one business and you have run it for the last 5 years and it's very successful, go to any business forum, what will they tell you to do? They'll say this: don't invest all your eggs in one basket. Diversify. What does that mean? Start up another one. So you can double your problems. And reduce the number of hours you sleep. That's because people always have to live on the edge. Because I understand why though. People like living on the edge. It's like watching, it's like going on a roller coaster ride. Because while they're on the edge, they're always on the edge of anticipation. This edge, it's the edge of expectation. It's that vexation that they feel. So when something works out in their favor, now they're relieved of that vexation and they feel a sense of pleasure. That is what people have become addicted to because they don't know that there's an alternative. They are blind. Don't be led by the blind. I mean, you can't take life lessons from them and me at the same time. Because these lessons are 180 degrees apart. One says start a business, the other says wrap it up as soon as you can. Or just do enough to sustain yourself. Because you were not born to earn money or to feed your stomach. Or to build a house. That's not what you were born for. Your mind doesn't need a house. Your body needs a house. Your mind needs sights, sounds, smells, taste, touch. And to get all those, you had to be born with a body. And now that body has to be put in a house. That's what you got to understand. Let me ask you this question. I'm trying to bring in these analogies so that it makes sense to you. In some houses, when they build houses, they make maids' quarters, don't they? If you have one at your place, is the maid's room as big as your bedroom? It's a unanimous no. Why? Please think. Why is the maid's room not as large as your bedroom? And in some places they don't have it. Your bedroom has an attached bathroom. If you're feeling awfully generous, you might actually build an attached bathroom in your maid's bedroom, but not every house is like that. In most houses, the bathrooms are on the outside, so the maid has to go out, do their thing, and then come back. But not all houses are like that. In most houses, what you find is the maid's room will just be a small chamber, that's all. Probably the size of a hut or a kuti that we have at the monastery. That's the size of the maid's room. It's not as big as your bedroom. Why is that? Do you somehow sleep more than she does? I mean, do you need more space to sleep? To spread your arms and legs? I mean, a bed is as far as you can reach, right? When you extend your arms and legs. That's because of this. This is the reason for that. You didn't want to hire a maid to sleep. You hired a maid to get work from her. Yes? So really what you wanted was the work, the labor. That's what you wanted, labor. You're paying for her labor, not for her to sleep. Because you're hiring her labor, but you have to provide her with a room so that she can rest. That room is purely going to be a functional room. As long as it's got the basic amenities, there's a bed somewhere, right? She has access to a washroom, right? That's all you will provide for her because that's not her home. That's just the place where she rests when she's tired working. Yes? Right. Well, in the same way. Now think about your own selves. What does your mind come into this world for? Happiness, right? But because it was ignorant, the mind thought that it needed eyes, ears, nose, tongue, and a body. And to give you all that, it had to come with a package. The package is your body. Now for your bodies, you have made a bedroom half the size of your house. But that's not what the mind wanted. If the mind wanted just happiness, how come your bedroom is so big? How come the kitchen is so big? How come the washroom is so big? How come your house is so big? This is just the maid. Your body is just the maid. It should just be a functional house, like the kuti that we live in. As long as it gives shelter, as long as there's a bed to sleep on, as long as there's a washroom that you can use, and somewhere where you can dress up, that's all you need. But how come your house is so big? Reason is, this is also you somehow. You married into your body. That's what happened. That's like when the maid arrives, you say, maid, you don't have to be in the maid's chambers, you can come and sleep in my bed. Now she's no longer your maid, is she? If you've invited her to the bedroom, that's no longer your maid. Read between the lines, you know what I mean. See, if that has happened, then somewhere down the line you've gone wrong, haven't you? Something's gone wrong down the line. If the maid who's come to work in your kitchen is now sleeping on your bed in your bedroom, something's gone wrong. Very wrong. That was not how it was supposed to happen. In the same way, your minds were born to experience freedom from suffering, unconditional happiness. But because the mind was ignorant, at the moment that it started this journey, it picked up all this baggage. And because it's picked up all this baggage, and you married into it, and you thought this baggage was you as well, you took the whole package as one, and you forgot that the mind is one and the body is another. I have to somehow free myself from this body. You never thought about that. You always thought that this is me, all of this is me. The thought that I have to free myself from my body sooner rather than later never crossed your mind until you listened to the Dhamma. And because of that, the whole of you was treated as one unit. And therefore, your house had to be big enough to satisfy your whole being. When actually, the mind simply came into this world looking for happiness. Something went wrong somewhere down the line. Very wrong.